shooter Steve Kerr. Now a chance to check out our starting lineups. And as we break down the game, let's take a look here at Steve Nash.
Well, of course, anytime you talk about Nash, his outstanding court vision and creative passing is the first thing that comes to mind. But, of course, he's also one of the best shooters the game has ever seen.
Steve, you mentioned the creativity he brings. Despite the flair, he's really quite fundamentally sound. He's excellent with his decision-making and understanding of how to create scoring opportunities for him and his team.
And a one-game homestand for the Warriors as Golden State will try to recharge their batteries on their home court. This, their first look at this year's Los Angeles squad. They could only manage a single win in 4 tries against these guys last year.
Well, last year's season series between them was a battle of 2 of the NBA's mid-level teams, and they didn't get the better of them.
Lee. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala.
Gotta love the low post offense. That was beautiful.
And here's Los Angeles. It's a 3-point game. Last game matched up with the Clippers. A tough loss there.
They found themselves up against a hot team that night, Kevin, and they just didn't have the manpower defensively to shut them down.
You know, guys, I expected a little more fight out of them than what they showed us. They never strung together any stops like they needed to.
These guys were a tough opponent for them last year, Clark, like Steve was just saying.
Yeah, when you're so evenly matched with the team, Kevin, it doesn't make you feel that good to have dropped most of your games against them because you feel like you should at least win some of the games you play against this team.
The Warriors have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for them to start off this game. Curry kicks to Thompson. Back to Curry. There's the lob to the hoop. And that basket is going to count. Goaltending, the official call.
He didn't get to that one quite in time, Kevin. Those can be tough to gauge sometimes.
Los Angeles has gone 0 of 2 from deep here.
You know, it's very rare that you're going to be able to make the playoffs in the West without coming out with a winning record against the rest of the conference. And the Warriors knew that would be important in their quest for the playoffs, and they handled business against the West. They've had a cold start so far, just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
A try by Iguodala. And Andrew Bogut, the bucket on the assist by Iguodala. Iguodala's got 3 assists now in this one. For Los Angeles, they've gone just 1 for 5 from the field to start the quarter. Well, and for the Warriors who fought so hard to get back into the playoffs, last year their 28-24 record against the rest of the West really helped their cause team.
Well, the toughest part of the Warriors' last campaign was a rough stretch of games in February where they dropped off a bit in the race. And, you know, a lot of those games were against Western teams. And if you kind of remove that month, their in-conference record is even more impressive.
Gasol, no good. And here's Golden State. They're on an 11-2 run. A chance there to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Lakers trail by 9. Kobe dishes to Young. Back to Kobe. There's the triple. Kobe can't get that one to fall.
Steph Curry is virtually impossible to defend. I mean, he can hit from anywhere on the floor. In the gym range, personified with Curry. Mid-range jumpers are like layups to him. And inside, he's got the floater finger roll and the runner. You always expect his shots to go in. It's like watching a game of horse at full speed when the highest stakes are on the line.
It's Thompson off the drive. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Iguodala's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles. And Steve, shooting no doubt Curry's forte. He narrowly missed the All-Star game last season. I mean, I can't believe he didn't get elected, and he seemed to be the one glaring miss. When you watch this game, where can he improve?
I think offensively, he's got the whole package. I think it's at the other end of the floor where he can probably improve. He needs to compete a little bit more defensively, but that's tough to do when you're handling so much of the offensive load for your team. But he's got to find a little more balance, I think, between his offense and his defense.
And so he draws the foul on the shot. A trip to the line to shoot 2.
Kaman gave up his old caveman look, guys, but he's still an intimidating presence in the post. Good size and strength, and doesn't really get pushed around. Also excellent timing when it comes to shot block. That free throw missing. And Chris Kaman skilled offensively. But he can't get it to go. He's got to be
Ambidextrous, finishing inside, and a good mid-range shooter.
Yeah, I think he's really good offensively. He's got a lot of skill. He's tough to handle. And the question mark with him is defensively. His weak side rotations can be late. He's never really been, a center that you kind of solidify your defense around.
And, for the Lakers last season, a lot of turmoil. And you think about the coaching change, but it wasn't just that. It was a whole system change as well. And the front office felt the Princeton offense they started using wasn't working out. So they were in a state of flux all season long.
Here's Blake. Harrison Barnes picking up that last basket. And Blake is good for three. Blake's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. There's the pass to Barnes. He kicks it to Thompson. Some nice passing by Golden State here. And O'Neal gets it to go. O'Neal's got his first bucket in this one. And going back to the Princeton offense that Clark mentioned, Steve, tell us about that offense and why do you think it didn't work out?
Well, they only gave it 5 games, Kevin. I mean, Mike Brown was 1-4 when he got fired, and that's impossible to install an offense and expect it to work that quickly. So, I think the offense would have been fine if they had given it time and given Mike Brown some time to install it.
Spates sets a screen. Curry kicks to Spates. He goes up again. And another shot. Jermaine O'Neal again. O'Neal's got his second basket.
They keep going down low with the ball, and it results in points. They're having their way in the paint.
And it's resulted in a big early lead, too.
And a double-digit lead on the scoreboard as we end the first quarter of play.
Tune in.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start the second quarter. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown so far for the Warriors.
Guys, they're really passing the ball well here in the first half.
They've established their presence in the paint tonight. Also, a lot of their scoring to this point coming from down low.
They've got Harrison Barnes. Kent Bazemore is out there with Tony Douglas. Then there's Maurice Spates. And it's Ezeli in at the 5 down low. That's the Warriors' 5.
Sometimes, Kevin, you can just look at a guy's release and immediately recognize that he's a born shooter. And that's the case with Meeks. Beautiful form. Just has a natural way of getting that ball to go through the hoop.
Ever since his college days at Kentucky, he's been one of the best shooters on the planet, and that hasn't changed. You just can't leave him alone anyplace.
Well, this Warriors ownership group has really energized the franchise. They've been very proactive. They purchased the D-League team from Dakota. Plans to move them to Santa Cruz, about an hour south of Oakland. And in order to accommodate the team's home games, they've built a new 3,000-seat arena in a matter of months.
Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Doris Burke. Hey, Doris.
Well, gentlemen, one of the best motivators in all the NBA is doubt, and the Warriors had plenty of that prior to last season. Coach Jackson made sure to use it to their advantage, however. He would post up where the media predicted them to finish, usually near the bottom of the West. It helped them play with an edge, as David Lee said. That's why we're going to go out there every single night and play with a chip on our shoulder and try to prove somebody wrong. I doubt they'll have that same resource this season, given how they finished, guys.
You're right about that. Thanks, Doris. And the Santa Cruz Warriors, as they've been renamed, have been a hit. Clark leading the D-League in revenue.
Oh,
making
geez.
the D-League
Fuck.
finals last season.
And, with all of the D-League games now broadcast on YouTube, the exposure for players in the D-League is better than ever. And for the Warriors to have their D-League affiliate so close by gives them a much better opportunity to develop their young talent.
Here's Douglas. The shot is off. Solid defense right there from Farmar. Wide open look. Basket is good. The assist from Johnson. Farmar's got 5 now. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter.
The hope was that a change of scenery and a chance to run up and down the wings would be just what was needed to get Wesley Johnson going in the NBA, but it just didn't happen for him last season.
And the Warriors decide to take their first time out here. And for Wes Johnson, the 4th overall pick back in 2010 out of Syracuse, he just hasn't been able, Steve, to break through.
Yeah, you wonder why, because he's got great size and athleticism, beautiful shooting stroke, and yet the shooting numbers just aren't there. So I thought he would be better coming into this league, but we'll see if he's able to develop and find a niche somewhere.
Here's what the Lakers are going with right now. Steve Blake's checked in for Johnson. Kobe comes in for Meeks. And it's Nash in for Jordan Farmer. Here's Lee.
On the goddamn ball.
That's a huge part of what they want to do defensively. Limit his easy chances inside.
Nash outside. Back to Kobe. Puts up a three. No good.
How did you?
The Warriors go the other way with it. They've led by as many as 14 points. Douglas the pass to Bazemore. And the Warriors miss again.
You know, that mid-range jump shot is not his strong suit, even when he gets a good look like that.
Sacre covered by Lee. Free throw line jump shot, and it's good off the back of the rim and in.
Boy, it was an impressive turnaround for Mark Jackson and the Warriors last season. I mean, his promise of making the playoffs didn't come together in his first season at the Controls, but in year 2, they got it done. And I tell you what, most thought Mark would be a really outstanding coach, and he's well on his way to making that a reality.
Oh my God, they cannot fucking rebound.
That is his first foul of the game. Nedovic is checked in for Tony Douglas. Passes it to Nedovic. Leaps for it. Blake with the steal. Kobe against Bogut. Kobe goes in. So the whistle blows on the shot and 2 free throws for the contact right there. And for Mark Jackson, there have been some questions. He had never spent time as a coach, even as an assistant. I guess the question was, Steve, would he be able to take over the reins as a head coach?
Well, the biggest thing you want to do as an NBA coach is have your players buy into what you're selling. And Mark Jackson's been able to do that. His players believe in him. He motivates them. They like playing for him. And that's most of the battle right there.
And Kobe drops them both.
You know, last season, a lot of folks had the Lakers picked as the super team in the West, the team that would maybe challenge Miami and LeBron, but from the start, it just never was a cohesive group and really had one of the most disappointing seasons in the Lakers' history.
From the sideline, let's catch up with Doris Burke.
Hi, Kevin. Well, David Lee, an all-star for the 2nd time last season. He averaged almost 18 points, 11 boards, and 4 assists a game. In fact, he became only the 5th player in Warriors history to clear 17, 10, and 3. Lee said of his assist, quote, "Teams are giving me a lot of attention. A lot of times the natural thing is to find the open man." But he added, "I don't care about numbers. I get satisfaction from winning." And Kevin, the Warriors did that, with Lee making the first playoff appearance in his career.
Well, Doris, they really established that culture, and I guess those guys are buying in. Clark, as you said, the Lakers had a lot of lofty expectations put on them, but you never know what's going to happen when a team is put together. And, Steve, they just couldn't reach that bar that was set so high for them.
Yeah, the expectations were so high, Kevin, but injury issues cost them all season long. Nash, Howard, Powell, and, of course, Kobe with the Achilles at the end of the year. And that unit only started 7 games all season together, so they never really were able to develop any chemistry.
And the officials whistle a foul on this shot. The bucket's good. He'll go to the line. Klay Thompson is checked in for the Lakers. The Warriors shooting their first free throw of the night here.
Well, they were very pleased with their free throw numbers a year ago. They knocked down about 79% from the stripe as a team.
You know, something you can point to when you're talking about their areas of success last season, free throw shooting.
Now, here's Nash. He hasn't scored yet. That, I'm sure, will change. Young outside. Back to Nash. Launches it. Gets it to go.
And you can't leave him alone, especially from long range.
2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Here's Nedovic. Thompson outside. Kicks to Bogut. He's up against Gasol. Pass to Lee. 4 on the clock. Golden State needs to get off a shot.
This guy's a good three-point shooter, but that was probably from a little bit too far.
Yeah, not what I would call working to get the best shot either.
And we're through 2 here and a good one. Warriors ahead, leading by 4. And don't go away. After the break, we'll...
And now, brought to you by Sprint.
Thanks for joining us on 2K Sports as the NBA season revs up. Let's get into the halftime report. Out in Oakland, the Warriors are ahead against the Lakers. They're looking for a winning tone to start this young season. The Portland Trailblazers.
The Sprint halftime report, presented by Sprint.
A view of the Bay Bridge spanning from San Francisco over to the East Bay and Oakland. Play time. Thompson with a strong contribution so far in this one.
I like that he didn't force anything in that first half. His decision-making was really flawless.
That being the case, Steve, I think they want him to be more assertive in the second half. Look to take more shots. Be a little more shot hungry, even the tough ones.
Taking a look at the Lakers. Nash and Bryant in the backcourt. Inside the 7-footers, Gasol and Kaman. And it's Young in at the 3 spot. The Warriors leading.
It's been over 3 decades since the Warriors have won a division title, guys. It's sad to hear if you're a fan, but
Oh my God!
they were a lot closer last season than they have been in a long time. Ended up second in the Pacific Division.
And the jam by Andre Iguodala.
Incredible timing on the alley-oop.
He absolutely hammered it down.
And that's the play we're going to remember when this game is all said and done.
Nash kicks to Kobe. Right side, Kobe. Lee with the
Oh,
steal.
Jesus.
And up the court come the Warriors on the...
How about that basketball?
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team from Clark to get back into this game like this.
Yeah, definitely a jam with emphasis. A big apostrophe or exclamation point. How about maybe even a question mark, partner?
Well, you know what the questions are about now? It's their defense, that's for sure.
Shots good by Kobe.
Well, I'm going to drop a little knowledge on you here, guys. Not sure if you're familiar with the 180 Club, but it's players who've had a season shooting 50% from the field, 40% from long range, and 90% from the line. You add those up, that's 180. Nash had done it 4 times, and I think last season should qualify as his 5th. He's at 44% from 3, 92% from the line, and 49.7% from the field. I round those numbers up, so that's a 50-40-90 season in my book.
Timeout called the Lakers. And Clark, going back to the 180 Club you talked about, Nash has now done that 4 or 5 times, depending how you count last season.
Well, he stands apart in that. I mean, it's only happened 12 times in NBA history. Larry Bird was the only player to do it more than once before Nash did. So, yeah, you're talking about one of the great shooters ever in Steve Nash.
Back to Kobe. Shoots it up. Will not go. This is off the front iron. Warriors leading by 3. Thompson left side. Lee outside. Back to Thompson. Off target from outside. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession.
Last year's Warriors and where they ranked in the NBA. A chance to check that out now, Kevin. First in three-point field goal percentage. 3rd in rebounding. And they showed up in the top 5 in free throw shooting. This is a team that took advantage of getting to the line.
And I think what really stands out is the spacing offensively. Clark, you talked about the three-point percentage, #1 in the league. That doesn't happen unless you have good flow and good spacing offensively. This team really spread the defense out on a nightly basis, and as a result, they were a nightmare to guard.
Kobe, he's covered by Thompson. Kobe dishes to Farmer. Lakers passing it around. Outside, Kobe. Feeds to Farmer. Back to Kobe. 6 on the shot clock. And it's blocked by Curry. But he sticks. from deep three-point range, and the Lakers with another miss. Warriors leading by 6. Iguodala with it, and no.
Unbelievable.
How did he do that?
And I'll say this about him, Kevin. I mean, looks like he's made of rubber sometimes because defenders just bounce off him when he's driving the lane. What a finisher.
And something else everybody loves about him is his ability to do the sensational and spectacular. His dunks simply defy description at times.
And the Warriors making a change here. Barnes is checked in.
So much of what ailed the Lakers could be traced to the lack of defensive presence, and it really came to a head when Magic Johnson, one of the greatest Lakers of all time, called them out about looking to play Showtime offense while not paying attention to solid defense.
The Warriors making a switch here. Lee's checked in. .153 left here in the third quarter. That doesn't go in either for Kobe. And going back to what Clark said, they didn't actually try to run that much based on tempo, or more than what they might have been used to, certainly, Steve. But the D was a concern in a major way.
Well, it was really more about teams running wild on them instead of the other way around. You look at the Laker personnel, big front line last year with Howard and Gasol. The transition defense wasn't quite there. You throw in the injuries. They were never able to find that balance between good offense and solid defense.
They've been the glass eaters today, guys. A ton of effort out of them down low.
And they've needed every one of those rebounds. I think that's what's put them in front here.
No good from Lee. Lakers trail by 8. Clark, some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, they need a basket just to regain some momentum here, Kevin.
Well, a coaching carousel for the Lakers last season. They made it only 5 games before firing Mike Brown. Then they decided to go in a new direction. And, boy, they went through 3 different head coaches before all was said and done. They never really were able to gain that consistency they were looking for.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Bogut comes in for Jermaine O'Neal. And it's Iguodala in for Klay Thompson. And the Warriors miss again.
Boy, I'm shocked he didn't make that one. He usually knocks that one down with ease.
Oh my
With the
God.
steal. There's the dish to Iguodala. Right side, Lee. That falls. Nice feed that time from Andre Iguodala. Lee's got his second basket of the night. And back to the Lakers' struggles last season. What do you think, Clark, were the main problems that, held them back from being the kind of title contender that they thought they were, and a lot of people imagined they were?
Well, how much time do I have? 3 or 4 shot clocks worth? I mean, I think there were a number of issues, as you might expect. Injuries played a significant role, but I think there was discord over how they should play, really no true identity. They were a big team trying to be small, a team without a number of shooters trying to spread the floor.
Oh my
fucking
fucking
team trying to go up tempo, coaching change.
Coaching change, right, yes.
He had a lot of moving parts, and it made it very difficult for everybody, I think, and it showed in how the Lakers season went.
That's a good assessment. Here's Gasol. Misses off the right iron.
That's not a sight you see very often. I mean, he has a great feel for that jump shot, especially when he's open.
The third quarter comes to a close. Warriors lead by 8. It's the NBA.
Bring your costume.
And the final period of play just about to start. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for the Warriors.
Their activity at the defensive end, Kevin, has been really impressive. Attacking and coming away with steals.
Another part of their game that's made a difference tonight is all the second chance points they've been able to get.
Steph, Clay, and
Down the
Joe
fucking
perimeter.
ball.
It's Lee and Bogut inside. So that's the group out there for Golden State. Thompson against Kobe. Looking to get back on track here. And off the front iron, and in it goes.
He's one of the elite scorers in league history, able to create space for his shot with unbelievable footwork and ball handling ability, fundamentals, and, of course, unfazed by an aggressive defender.
Well, he's used to being the focal point of a defense, so that doesn't bother him at all. It never phases him. It also doesn't faze him when he misses shots. He always believes he's a shot away from going on a run, and he's always hungry for buckets. That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Lets it go with the three. And out of bounds as Los Angeles gains possession. Here's a look at the schedule for the Los Angeles Lakers.
Talk
They
about
host the Spurs after this one. That'll be the first of 2 straight at home.
A lot of fans focused on that matchup for San Antonio.
Los Angeles calls timeout.
You know, it's funny. You look at the Golden State Warriors. They've had the 3rd best home court advantage in the league over the last decade or so. Only the Rocky Mountain teams, Denver and Utah, were better. At Oracle, it's not the altitude, it's the crowd. One of the best in all of the NBA.
All right, let's go over to the sideline with Doris Burke.
Hey, Kevin, I was able to hear the advice Mike D'Antoni gave to his team during that break. He told them, guys, we're getting bogged down in the half court. Let's get out and run, see what's available in early offense. If there's nothing there, we can always back it out and run our sets. Good advice, Kevin.
Final quarter of play, about a minute and a half off the clock into it. Iguodala gets to lead. Second chance shot, and that's 2 points on the layup.
Yeah, guys, it's his consistent shooting that's really helped get his team into a position they're in right now.
Lakers trail by 5. And Clark, as you were saying about the Warriors, they really feed off this home crowd. Steve, you said maybe the best in the NBA?
I think so, just in terms of the support they get, regardless of their success. You think back over the last 16, 17 years, the Warriors have only been in the playoffs twice, and yet the fans are there every single night going nuts. So, and now that they're a good team, I think this fan base is really going to come alive.
Kobe against Lee. Here's Hill, and it's all evened up.
He got a great read of where that miss was going, and that allowed him to be the first guy to it and get the putback.
He dishes it to Thompson. Here's Lee, and
Her a fucking bound.
getting it done. Lee's got 6 points in the quarter.
That's some grit and determination in the post. Essential qualities to have late in a close game.
Exactly. I mean, this is the time to attack on the interior and generate those easy opportunities.
Kobe passes to Young. 5 on the clock. 11 feet away. Not enough on that one as it misses. And the basket by Hill.
That rebound and the follow kind of typify what he's all about. Just gritty, determined play.
Curry kicks to Thompson. The feed to Lee. Hill gets the rebound. Hill's got 4 rebounds now tonight to take the lead. Out of bounds, Golden State takes possession. Timeout called the Warriors. The score knotted at 46. And there's a minute 45 left in the 4th quarter. The Lakers making a switch here. Kamen's checked in. Kobe against Curry. He feeds it to Lee. Lee with another miss. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 14-4 run. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. They get Andre Iguodala.
Well, just take a look at what Kobe's done tonight. 18 points, and he's got 2 baskets from out in three-point land.
I'm sure they'd like to get him a few more of those, so look for them to run some screens for him, try to pop him open.
And he cannot convert on the second. That misses.
Even with the miss, he got the big one there to put him in front.
Iguodala. Here's Curry. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Nick Young. That is his first foul of the game.
They tried to step in and cut him off, but just not quick enough.
And we have the benefit of replay, but I think they got that one right, which is the case most times, even though fans don't think so.
Dishes it to Lee. Here's Bogut. Second shot opportunity. No luck. Kaman with the defensive effort. The Lakers in the lead. Young outside. Back to Nash. Nice passing here by Los Angeles. Fires for 3. Kobe can't get that one to fall. This possession gives them a chance to take the lead.
And they don't want to let it slip away.
It's Curry outside. The shot is off. So the Lakers will take it the other way. And it's the Lakers on the break. Kobe with the ball. Yes!
One after the other, Kobe taking care of business.
There's 42 seconds left in the game. Curry dishes to Iguodala. Thompson right side. Takes the three. Chris Kaman with the rebound. Lakers have gone 7 of 11 from the floor in the final quarter so far. And some solid looks for them. Kobe kicks to Kaman. Back to Kobe. Pass to Nash. Feeds it to Kobe. 6 to shoot. Pulls up. Sinks it.
Yeah, with that basket, you'd have to think this lead is safe.
Well, if not 100% safe, certainly 95%.
There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Iguodala outside to stop the run. Cannot hit. Here's Young. Off on that one. And so the Lakers take the win. They came, they saw, they conquered.
Hey, Kevin, to me, any win is a good win.